Hello everyone, how you doing? Lichter here, back at you again with another spicy replay. Not too spicy, well no, it's kind of spicy. On the scale of mild to super spicy, I'd say it's maybe right about in the middle. Alright, so we have here on, actually I forget the settlement name. Let's face it, this settlement goes by many names, as do all the settlements in Rome too, so if you know off the top of the head all of the settlements that look like this, drop them in the comments below. That being said, we have myself and Galatia on attack, myself being Macedon, going up against Nabatea and Sparta. So the players in this here game are myself as Macedon, as I said, and Gang Apple sign as Galatia, and then we have Yogava as Sparta, and Sin24 as Nabatea, Sin with a C. So, as far as the army comps, let's get into it real quick. I myself have brought with me 2 units of the Thracian warriors. I have two units of... Where's the other one? I know there's another one. I couldn't have only brought one. Oh yeah, 2 units of Royal Peltas, one being my general. 3 units of Thurio Spears. 5 units of Thorax Swords, 4 Shield Bearers, and then 3 Cretans and 1 Rhodian Slingers. Galatia's brought with him, Galatian things. 1, 2, 3, 4 Galatian swords, it looks like, and then the rest is just all Legionnaires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Legionnaires. Unit of Noble Horse as his gen. And then he has Mercenary Syrians. And I believe... actually, I think that's it. I don't think he has... let's get this underway, actually. Yeah, I don't think he has Slingers. So, let's actually fast forward a little bit, because there's no sally outs or anything of that nature in this here replay. Slowly but surely moving up my torts. I have brought all torts, no artillery, so I don't have to worry about defending any artillery. Nabatea is going to start firing in on my Thorax Sword. It's going to do, I believe, a pretty decent job of actually taking them out. You can see he's already started manual fire. That's why you saw, or that's why you're seeing 2 fiery balls of death coming out of this here ballista. Pretty smart, actually. Manually firing at 1 unit while the other, while the AI fires in on the other unit. It's very clever. Very, very clever. Good way to rack up kills. It's already up to 28. Just absolutely ripping through my lines. I brought all torts, shared some with my ally so he could get in here. Naturally, we're going to go for these curved sections, which if you don't know, when you knock down these curved sections, just a bigger opening appears in the wall. So here we go. Looks like Nabatea has stopped firing for now. Wow, he's actually out of ammo. It's only 64 kills, too. If he had waited... a little bit longer for me to get closer, then he could have really got in there and done some damage. Just shotgun down right in. So already we can see some units from... Jesus, I just blanked out. Nabatea. Let's slow it down here since we're getting up to the walls. Some units from Nabatea. Some units from Sparta. Got Spartan Hoplites. Hoplites. Rakeen Palace Guard, scary unit. Nabatea Heavy Archers. Looks like they're firing down in on these Thorax Swords. Not bad. They're just going to stand here and take a beating as they're getting fired in upon. And yeah. I'm going to start to shift this tortoise over and try and knock down this section of the wall. Because if you knock down the wall, it ends up killing some of these dudes over here. So that's what I'm hoping for. I've knocked down this section of the wall, but I'm actually going to take these guys And actually, no, I think I do charge in. Sometimes I like to, instead of charging through, I like to knock down a bunch of holes, and then I'll shift. Save units for later, and then when the enemy is fully committed, I'll start filtering through some troops. So, yep, looks like I'm going to shift some guys over. They managed to move their troops out of the way before they could get a boo-boo, so to speak. They're just going to let us in here. I'm going to capture this arrow tower. There it is. My inability to say arrow tower. I mean, if they're going to give it to me, so be it. Because this thing definitely has the range to get at these guys. This is kind of a scary thing. Noble Swords have the Inspire ability. And then the Rakim Palace Guard, when they're in shield screen, their armor bumps up to like 120 something. So over here, heavy desert spearmen have charged into the backs, or rather the front of these thorax swords, severely depleted unfortunately. But I'm going to come in and charge right into the back of these guys and hopefully take care of them. Back over here, my ally has gotten into the settlement. Like Sparta has some Helot slingers up on the wall. It's not a bad place for him. And he's going to come in and try and take care of these Spartan hoplites. These guys are actually retreating, so that'd be, I mean, if he had noticed that, he could have just charged right in and got like a good rear charge in on them. But he could also get a good side charge in too, which kind of looks like what that. There he goes. Yep, they're going to go up on the walls. Not the greatest place for spears, but there it is. So now I'm going to start moving my units up, but unfortunately, the Nabatean Heavy Archers are just having a field day with my guys. I'm going to bring in my shield bearers to help reinforce this front line. I think they also inspire units as well. Back over here, Desert Spearmen are starting to lose, but they managed to actually get rid of that one unit of Thorax Swords that were in here. Oh yeah, you did bring Celtic Slingers, look at that. So I've just shifted all my units over here because this is where I figure this is where it's going to happen. This is where it's going down. I have all 4 units of my shield bearers in here to deal with this front line. In reality, or in hindsight, I should have taken at least 1 unit and brought them over here just to plop them down and hold. My computer just stuttered there for a second. I thought the game was about to crash. My life flashed before my eyes. But instead, I'm going to charge these guys in. They get a decent charge bonus, 28. It's not terrible. So I'm going to charge them in to have them help out and try and help deal with these Rakim Palace Guards. They're like basically, you know, 2 sides of the, yeah, 2 sides of the same coin, right? 2 sides of, is that the right? I don't know. Never mind. Don't listen to me. In the meantime, I have these guys in Hoplite Wall, but they are facing the wrong way, which is super cool. And me, myself, I like to... ooh, excuse me. I don't like to use my ranged units right off the bat. May not be the best thing on the face of the planet, but there it is. This Nabatean Heavy Archer's already up to 78 kills. And these... shield bearer is just going to get in, but look at this. Nabatea just has a great angle on these shield bearers, and that's because he set up this nice little V here. Doing this, you're forcing... he's basically forcing and baiting me into attacking either side. Because if I don't attack, if I only attack one side, then what's going to happen is, bloop, he's going to come right in behind. And then also his archers can get shots in on the side. Same with these Cretans over here. If they wanted to, they might have the range to be able to make it over there. That was funny. A little bloop of the camera. So... gonna start moving in my slingers. I actually put them up on the wall so they can fire down into the Rakim Palace Guard. And they're actually, well, they were losing. Or maybe that was my unit that was losing. Never mind. So now, yeah, I'm gonna move my Thorax Swords. I moved the other unit over here because it's depleted. I managed to slide them into this little gap right here and to get into these desert spearmen. These guys over here have just been holding as best they can against, again, Rakim Palace Guard. I mean, he has so many Rakim Palace Guard. I can't really blame him. They're probably, along with Shield Bearers, they're one of my favorite units in the game. So this unit of Shield Bearers are actually starting to break. It's not surprising. They're getting shot in the back, shot in the front, having a terrible time. But now these slingers are going to start firing into this blob here, and these guys have actually gone and broken. Hello, puppy. How you doing? So, sad day there. Back over here, Glacius having a bit of a tough time. Hasn't really moved up any of his other troops yet, though. I mean, he should really push these Glacian legionaries up, especially since, I mean, look at this. They're all... Except for these two bad boys, these guys are all silver single chevroned. So I mean, Glacian Legionnaires are really great units. They're not, and this is my opinion, of course. So you know, everyone's gonna have a different opinion on things. They're not great, but they're not bad. They're just good all-arounders. You know, they have good melee attack, good weapon damage, good melee defense, good armor. Nothing crazy or off the charts, but, you know, they get the job done. Over here, unfortunately, he's kind of let himself get baited into having to fight these Spartan hoplites. He's just going to get shot in the back. Really, I would have brought these guys in and just set them up over here and let them fire their jabs in. And then try to figure out a different way to deal with these guys instead of letting my guys getting shot in the back. But, I mean, that's just me. I also did have a unit of shield bearers route early into the game, so... so over here, shield bearers are in hoplite wall. Our armor's bumped up to 115. I think, yeah. It's definitely... It gets bumped up a little bit more. So now I figure Nabatea is like wholly committed to not really paying attention. Take my mercenary Thracian warriors. I get them over here to charge them into the behind of these desert hoplites because they're great. I mean, they have an awesome charge bonus. Their armor sucks, but great charge bonus. I think their armor piercing's pretty good too. Because look at these weapon damage. Yeah, armor piercing's 15, so it's not terrible. So I'm going to get in the back of these guys and just start chopping them up as best as I can. Eventually, though, he does notice and he starts moving troops around. So these guys, you know, well, I think you can guess what ends up happening. So now I have my Thurio Spears in. My Royal Peltis units over here trying to do what they can over here. But, I mean, Nabatea is just absolutely using as much ammo as he possibly can. And boop, there he goes. Out. He's out. Out of ammo. Out of ammo there. He's out of ammo. Out of ammo? Out of ammo over here. These guys are out of ammo. And that's 3 out of his 4 archers that are now done. Got these guys over here still have ammo, and they're probably going to just start wasting ammo on my Thracian warriors if he can get them. Which, what do I do here? They're starting to chop these guys up pretty handily. I mean, yeah, they're dropping. That's right. I wanted to silence this before I charged into his archers. Yeah, but he eventually ends up noticing, unfortunately. I should have just kept going. I should not have stopped. I should have kept going and gotten into his archers. That would have been a huge help in the long game. Sparta is now coming over here to commit more of his troops to helping this front over here because it's starting to collapse little by little. Archers doing archer things because, you know, that's what happens. Thurio Spears are firing into these hoplites. These guys up here still doing some work. Getting shots in on this blob over here. And yeah, I didn't catch this. His hoplites managed to get into my archers. I do manage to get them now. Of course, unfortunately, I do take some losses. Back over here, I've committed my Royal Peltas. He's just switched out a unit of exhausted, depleted Rakim Callous Guard with a fresh unit. These Thorax Swords still just chugging along. I really got to hand it to him. And now, yeah, these guys are just, they're going to get destroyed by the Noble Swords because they have pretty good melee defense. And, yeah, melee defense is way better than their melee attack. These guys, though, are doing okay. I mean, I managed to catch the gates, so they're going to do some good. But look at this. He's got pikes. And, you know, my guys still haven't used any ammo left. But now I'm going to start to fire in on the backs of these Spartan hoplites. Over here, you know, Glacia's still just kind of taking his time. Really, I mean, he can't, it's not like he has any places that he can't commit troops, unfortunately. But he still has, he has these over here. I mean, if I were him, I would have gotten these guys on these and moved up just to put pressure. Even if you don't fall, like actually go through the breach, like if Sparta ended up noticing and moving 2 units over here, like you could just leave your 2 Galatian legionaries over here as a placeholder, and then Sparta has to leave 2 of his hoplite units over here. But we're starting to have a little bit of breaking over here. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Over on my end again, this unit of Thorax Swordsmen finally broke. The Peltas are now in the thick of it, doing what they can against these Rakim Palace Guards. I'm going to shift over a unit of my Thurio Spears to help them out. Looks like they probably have used all of their jabs. So if they have, I'm just going to throw them in there, throw them up in square formation, and let them hold. Yeah, that's what I'm doing over here. Just throw them in there, put them up in square, and let them hold. Glacia here now has oh, Jesus, I got a tickle in my throat and I'm trying to say something at the same time. An opportunity. He sees this big ass gap. I mean, how could you not see that? He's going to filter in his legionaries through. He should just keep charging forward. Even though these guys are out of ammo, it doesn't matter because you got these Spartan hoplites coming. Just keep going. Charge them through, and then I can get, or I could have gotten my gen set up right here to fire into the side of these Royal Peltas. But instead, he stopped to throw jabs. He should have just kept going to hold up this unit, and that would have been a much better outcome. So, Thracian Warriors actually came back. They only have 84 kills. They probably could have done a lot better if I'd used them a little bit wiser. Rhodian Slingers are still at it. 155 kills. They're doing some work. Firing in on these Spartan hoplites. My archers are firing. At this point, I didn't know that he had pikes. So, these guys... they still have a decent amount of ammo, I think, at this point in the game. But, yeah. Ammo is going to become a problem later on. So over here, it's just now kind of a hodgepodge. These shield bearers have managed to kind of, like, get out of place, sort of. Gonna back up with some noble swords to help deal with these Galatian legionaries. They're starting to lose. I'm still just throwing jabs into this pile over there. Rhodians are still firing. And over here, he's just taking kind of a slow approach. But, I mean, Sparta's just using so much ammo to try and deal with Galatia's legionaries. Steel, his guys are over here. Hasn't moved them at all yet. But I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? Personally, again, I guess another way that he could have approached this is, you know, one of these tortoises he could have had over here, not used, and then after he made this breach and now you have this choke point here, he could have moved that extra tortoise up over here, knocked this wall down, and eliminated so many guys in the process. Looks like these archers may be out of... Yeah, they're out of ammo, which is good. These guys, unfortunately, they still have ammo, up to 193 kills, really putting in some work. His Celtic Slingers and his Syrians, though, are out of ammo. Or not out of ammo, I'm sorry, I got distracted by my dog. These Thracians, just going to charge them in. He's actually pulled his Galatian legionaries back to deal with, or to throw jabs, but in hindsight, I wish he hadn't, because now my gen's just fighting by himself. I mean, he'll do good. It's a Royal Peltis unit. And then still, these guys are still in square formation, which, I mean, oh, look at this. There's a little gap there. If I had noticed that with the Thracians, where are they? Yeah, instead I'm going to come over here to try and help, but I should have, I mean, again, if I had noticed this, I could have snaked those Thracians through this gap right here. There we go. Through this gap and come right around, or right around, and really got some great shots off. Boobies. And over here, this is just, all this is a delay in action. Delaying action. I shifted over my archers over here to start to fire in on this, but then I saw his pikes, so I started to take pot shots off on his pikes with my archers to try and do some damage there. It looks like he's actually gonna, he ends up sending over a unit of his Galatian legionaries to help with this front over there. Meanwhile, here come my Thracians. What am I doing with them? Oh, okay. So I filter through this gap instead, but unfortunately, because I was gonna go after these Spartan hoplites to try and rout them completely, get rid of them entirely. But it doesn't go well. So let's watch this. Here they come, charging in. I'm charging. Trying to catch them. But, yeah, he's going to come back around with his archers. So now I'm forced. They immediately rout. And now I'm fighting off these Cretan archers. But, yeah. I'm losing against Cretan archers. So back over here, I still just, you know, nothing's really happening. My general's doing great, though. He's up to 247 kills. Back over here, my archers are doing, you know, archer things because that's just what they do. These guys have 200 kills. They're probably, yeah, the Rhodian Slingers. They're out of ammo, so I'm charging them in. Thurio Spears are starting to break. Yeah, now he's bringing over his Legionnaires to help with that. 14 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Guys, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share the video. Every little bit helps, and it also makes me really happy. So over here now, it's just his two Nabatean heavy archers that are losing, and then these Royal Spartans that are also losing. But again, I mean, they're up against some depleted units, and it's just going to take a while to crack these guys, because they're Spartan hoplites already have 123 kills. And, yeah, I really wish I had noticed this gap right here. I would say that I'm going to have to try and remember to try and do this more with Thurio Spears, to, like, charge them in and then set them into square formation. And maybe they can, like, create gaps like this because they're in square formation. Oh, it looks like he's shifting his troops, though. Now that gap is closed up. Not like it could have been used anyway. Back over here. Pardon me. These units are starting to really lose. This guy over here, I mean, he's just, again, this is just holding. But still, I mean, they're hidden. They're, oh, wow. Sounds like I'm going through puberty. They're hidden. They're fresh. Same with his gen. So I can't complain too much, but like I remember thinking the whole time, I'm just like, move these guys up, or get on these turrets and knock down this wall, put some pressure in. So now he's using his jabs to toss in, really starting to actually kind of break this. bring in, what are these, the pikes? Bringing the pikes around again. Now more noble swords. Keen Palace Guard, they're depleted, but up to 159 kills. Pikes are still just chilling there. And yeah, I actually managed to disengage this unit of shield bearers to get them behind. I think the unit of Spartan hoplites that was here, they must have broken. What's this? And then we're gonna start to see just units start to break after break here. General up to 339 kills, doing really good. Really, you know, paying the dividends there. Back over here, finally, we're starting to see some breaking. Some breaking over here, too. We got 3 units of Nabataeas starting to break at the same time. He brought his gen around. He's going to sneak his way out, if I remember correctly. And he's going to try and get my archers. But I think we managed to save them. I actually noticed this. And I go to get these guys up on the wall as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, I move these guys up and this unit of Thorio spears out and back to try and deal with these guys as best as I can. So, Noble Swords broke. Now we just got to deal with these Royal Spartans. Back over here. Sparta's gen is up and running. But they're really down to the wire. I mean, we are too. At least I am. My units are severely depleted. Galatia still has a fair amount of near full units, especially these 2 guys and his gen. And one unit of archers that have full ammo. Yeah, but it looks like Nabataea's not... he's on the move now. He might see them, and he might be coming after them. These units, Syrians, still have some ammo, luckily. As do my Cretans here. And there as well. Those guys are out. I'm just going to throw them in over here to deal with. Or actually, they might be getting tossed out. Yeah, he's going to start to move his guys in. I don't know. He should have just came in through here instead. But he's not. So now Spartan General's retreating. And now it's going to be a mad dash for us to capture him. Oh, kill him, really, not capture him. And now his gen's starting to move. He's trying to get his Syrians in as quickly as possible. I personally would have got them, or told them to get up on the walls as quickly as I could. Trying to get my Thorio spears over here to help prevent them from getting into the back of these guys. And now, yeah, he's going to charge these guys in because there's no other choice. But, I mean, these hoplites, even if he charges into the back of them, it's not really going to matter. Back over here, we're, like, hot on the heels of the Spartan General. Nabataea's not falling back just yet. My archers, they don't have a lot of ammo left, so I'm just firing into these pikes to try and deplete them as much as we possibly can. And then these guys, well, Cretan archers are just going to break. I think they're out of ammo. They have to be. So I think, did he get his? He might have routed the Syrians. Maybe. Or maybe he didn't, actually. My Royal Palata, we do end up catching him. And now I'm going to split up my 2 shield bearers to try and... I mean, if he's going to charge in, I want to try and capture him. Now Nabataea is just falling back. I mean, that's what he's got to do. He's got two thorax pikes. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left. And there we go. He's going to charge in. Get my hoplites in the hoplite formation as quickly as I possibly can. They are losing. Get these guys into shield wall. And I pop off Battle Rhythm and use the whip on my gen to start dealing as much damage as I can. And then I'm circling around with the shield bearers to envelop as quickly as I possibly can. These Storio spears are coming around as well. I think at this point my general is gonna die. But yeah, now I'm just trying to capture the Nabatean gen. Not happening. So now we're just hacking away at the Royal Spartan gen. These guys over here just holding these 4 guys back as best as they possibly can at the moment. Still have these 2 units. I mean, at this point, it's like, okay, just get them up there, please. Get them up there, and have them help out. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just, come on. Get them into the fight. You got 2 fresh units. You know we still have an uphill battle, literally, ahead of us. So now it's just get rid of the Spartan gen as quickly as we possibly can. These guys are out of ammo, so I'm just going to try and, I think, column formation one of them and sneak by to come around. He's going to start to lose. I mean, he's only got 29 guys left. Royal Peltis unit, my gen is up to 469 kills. Nice. And then back over here, Nabatea is just completely falling back. Spartan gen is now starting to waver, thankfully. Not even Heroes of Sparta, it's just Royal. I think he went all Royal Spartans, if I remember correctly. Back over here, looks like these Galatian legionaries are going to try and catch these guys off guard. Not bad, especially since we still got Perioclide pikemen and Nabatean thorax pikes to deal with. You know there's going to be another unit of Perioclide pikes over here. So now it's just, we're doing what we can. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. So you see, it looks like he managed to catch the noble swords out. I think he's going to rear charge these palace guard. Wouldn't be a bad thing to do. Nope, going to get into these noble swords. Oh, look at that. These guys are going to get these Rakim Palace Guard. They're going to turn around to deal with the gen, but he's going to get away. In the back over here, we see the Perioclide pikemen. They weren't in pike formation, so I was like, oh, maybe I can get my Cretans in there to deal a little bit of damage. But no such luck. So I just start moving my guys back and setting them up like this. Waiting for my moment to charge, because he still has ammo. 8 kills. He's definitely out. 29. And then his slingers only have 9 kills. So he has 3 units that still have enough ammo to deal with at least these 2 pikes. So if he can manage to dwindle these guys down enough that he can actually attack this front, they're going to be forced over here to deal with this. I mean, my guys aren't... I don't have a lot left, so they can afford to move away. So that was my plan, just to let him to deal with the pikes. But look at this. Mass routing on the field of battle. Nabatea, Sparta, they're just starting to break. I mean, these Perioclide pikes already left. They ran off the field of battle. These Rakim Palace Guards, thorax pikes, they're just taking fire and not going to last very much longer. These guys off the field of battle, going to send in these guys just to get some, easy kills on the pikes. He's going to charge them up to try and hold, but it's not going to last very much longer. We've got 1 minute and 12 left. They've actually fallen back, and now we can just get in here. And now they don't really have anywhere to go. I mean, they're breaking. Just a chain break. It's just absolutely insane. So then I figured, you know what, screw it. Let's just charge these guys in. They managed to snake their way through there. So at that point, yeah, no, and that was it. They broke. Keen Palace or Nabatean Thorax Pikes are still running away over here. And then they broke, and that was it. So, folks, that's going to be the end of that battle. I was genuinely surprised at the end when just everyone's units on the defending team start to break the way that they were. So let's get into the army. Oh, no, we already did the army comps, but the kills. Starting with myself, with 2,865 kills. My gen doing really great. I was really trying to get him to 500, but I just didn't manage to do it. So he got 497 kills. My Cretans did really well, 74, 145, 168. My Rhodian Singers did amazing, 217. My one unit of Mercenary Thracians, 156, the other one 63. My other unit of Peltis, 146. Shield Bearers, this guy, 38. He was probably the one that routed off the field of battle way early. The other three, 181, 257, and 298. Thorax Swords, 108, 47, 118, 44, 5. That's unfortunate. And my Thurio Spears, 191 kills, 35, and 77. Gang, Apple, with 2,118 kills. He got 48 for his gen, 9 for his slingers, and then his Syrians, 35, 124, and 11. And then his Legionnaires, 178, 234, 185, 285. 37, 0, and 0. Those are the guys that were just chilling. 113, 71, 194, 399. And then his Galatian swords, 13, 36, 80, and 68. Yogava was 17, 17. Yeah, just all Royal Spartans. His gen, 57. And then 142, 81, 132, 32, 113, 50, 42, 108, 54, 72, 67, 8, and 73. His slingers, 60 kills. His Cretans did really well, 236 and 284, and then 94. And then his pikes, unfortunately, didn't see much action, 12 and 0. And then Sin 24, his gen 62. His archers did great, 128, 104, 117, 121. Pikes did okay. I mean, they could have done better. Actually, no, these aren't pikes. My bad. Don't listen to me. His Desert Hoplites, 66 and 71. Heavy Desert Spearmen, 120. Thorax Pikes, 14 and 28. His Noble Swords, 56, 60, 45, 53, 181. That's really good. 46. They could have done better. I've had massive success with these guys, but it's neither here nor there. And then his Rakim Palace Guard, 101, 176, 36, and 76. So, guys, that's it for me. Need a little drink of water. I hope you enjoyed this video replay of this super awesome siege with one hell of a spicy ending. Don't forget, I know I said it before, but I'll say it again, damn it. Like, share, comment, sub to the channel for more top tier content. I really enjoy doing this stuff for you guys. So if you like what you're seeing, you know, keep coming back for more. Don't forget to join the Discord if you have replays of your own that you'd like to see me cover. If you like my replay style, feel free to drop them in there and I'll get to them in a timely manner. Well, that being said, I need to go eat some din din. So this is Lichter saying peace out, and I'll see you guys later.